TM results.
Yeah.
Okay. And if we go back to the previous thing, we saw that there's an attribution of where that TM came from. We're adding an attribution of who the translator is to translate it. And then people can just choose to use it.
So you go with the option.
Yes. Dictionary tab, it's pretty straightforward. Notes, again, what I talked about, but now you get a view of it. You can title it and write whatever you want to write. There's also a job view, so as you're translating, if you're in a community model, you want to, you sort of get tired of this content, talking about CAP tools gets a little boring, so you want to switch to something else, and you want to get involved in marketing. And
is there like an admin environment where you can have a pool of people and you can monitor who's doing what?
yeah. So this is the workbench in the project management view. If you're a community administrator and I have demo, I can log in as different roles. So it's defined on your username and whatever you're set up as. There's community admin, you can define chunking, point scoring, what's happening in the system, what's happening across communities, what the production is. So it has, value-based reports as well as graphical reports of usage. So yeah, you can easily see what's happening in community translation across your communities, what content's being produced, leaderboards, who's active, tons of different things. So I think we moved to an event-based model, so you can pretty much report on anything. It's probably fine if you can't, you might notice, or I'll point out, that now all of a sudden there's more tabs, so my product manager that made the presentation has been mixing views here. Because now there's that edit mode that I mentioned in the top left near the logo of how to, break out the different panes so you can pop them into different monitors. So what it does is it creates a little browser for each window, and you can put it on different monitors, and resize them, and create your own work environment. Also, there's the idea, two new tabs in here that weren't in the other UI. Were find replace. So if somebody's consistently being translated incorrectly and you're coming in a review phase, you can just simply say, I want to find replace it. There's also a versioning tab, which allows you to say, as people are changing, this is more an assigned or self-assigned model. You can say, okay, hey, what are the different versions? What did reviewer 1 say? What did reviewer 2 say? And you can toggle back and forth. So that's a more likely scenario. So versioning is kept until the project is completed. And then once it's completed and saved, then that is the final. And you're on the run. Okay, review and voting. So, pretty straightforward. This is the review interface. On the left you have your own personal stats. Hopefully at some point we'll see a leaderboard, but it shows you today, 1 month, all time. But also there's this idea of on a segment-by-segment basis, it shows a source and target, and then you can either vote up. If you don't vote up, you either, as a reviewer, you either skip it or you suggest an alternative translation. So there's not a vote down. So we're trying to prevent, you can't vote for your own segment, so we're doing what we can to prevent gaming the system, which, people are surprisingly extremely concerned about their scores. Instead of translating and voting for themselves, what we do is you say, you can't vote for yourself, you can only vote for others. So you either vote up or suggest an alternative. Okay? And if you want to do an alternative, you click on New Translation and enter a new translation. So if somebody comes in behind you, they presented, maybe this also addresses your question in the community model, they're presented with 2 translations of the same segment. They vote for which one they like. As a community administrator, you can define which what sort of the threshold is of acceptable votes. So after 5 positive votes, this gets stored and selected, it wins, okay? And then we move on. So the authors of those translations get attribution, and there you go. So this is a review interface. It should be showing the resources too. There we go. So when you're in review mode, you should still have the MT result and the TM results. The idea here is just you're further assisting a reviewer and saying, did this guy just copy the MT and he's trying to keep that as his translation, So it just gives you further information. This software is meant to be used by humans. It's not meant to be an automated platform. It's meant to provide human translators lots of different resources to improve their speed, improve their consistency, capture a lot of data, reuse that data, and provide some sort of social, we call social networking and productivity tool social production. The idea of gathering around a set of content you care about and defining that as social production. So this is already defined. You can also flag things. I guess that's the only other thing I'll mention here is if somebody's screwing around. So if somebody gets in your community and they're not really even attempting to translate something correctly, they're trying to put profanity in or all kinds of stuff in there, and hoping that somehow nobody's reviewing this and it gets published and they're going to think it's really fun, right? So you want to flag that and make sure that doesn't somehow end up in your final copy. This is suggesting an alternative translation. You just get an input box and you can do that there. So this is, now we're moving on. So say now it's all done. And you want to download it. You can download the translated file in its original format. XLFTMX. Download the project, so you can download sort of a set of documents in a zip format. I think there was a question about TM vaults. Can you manage those? You can not only manage them, if you have the rights to manage them, you can merge them, certain ones together. You can tag them, rank them. You can take it out of our system and put them into a different system. If you had a different TM repository of record, you can pull this out, put it there. Whatever you want to do.
Is there any TM analysis utilities?
In what sense?
In the sense of what are the highest frequency phrases in there? Is there terminological consistency? Is there standardization in how certain phrases are translated? So when you merge TM,
yeah,
you sometimes get the words.
Good question. I don't think there is any TM analysis in there. Certainly something we could add. The product gets developed. It's a pretty good team, of folks with advanced degrees on data retrieval, NLP, semantic search, all kinds of different things. And the product gets updated every month. We literally have been there 2.5 years, and they update the product on a monthly cycle. So every month we have a release without fail. We use a couple different feedback mechanisms for our users. For product input, we use something called user voice. So I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's a way for users to suggest in a collaborative way, shockingly, ways to suggest product ideas, product features, things they don't like, and then other users also vote on whether they agree with those suggestions or not. So things rise to the top based on, what people are suggesting. People go, yeah, that's a great idea, you should do that. You should add more open social widgets in the software, whatever. And we try and, if not take that input, at least have that influence our input as we define, new product sets